Please be upstanding for a new recording of Things We Like.
Hello.
Hi everybody. Everybody out there in the real world.
Start again because I said no over your hi.
You said no.
I just went no. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No everybody. Welcome to hi everybody.
No.
This is Things We Like in the real world with all the rest of you. And I'm going to spend another 30 to 40 minutes talking about things that we like. So
We hope you like them too.
some people will like them, some will not.
Yeah, and also I say we do hope that you like them, but realistically, if you don't, I don't really care.
I care
I'm going to carry on liking it.
Oh yeah, but for some
Exactly
things I
so.
care a little.
What if someone presents like a really good argument as to why you shouldn't like something, and it really changes your opinion on that thing?
Right, then that's happened, and I no longer like that thing, and that's fair enough.
Okay. If you don't like things that we like, get in touch and let us know why in a well-formed argument.
Yeah.
Or a rant, if you feel like it, a rant of ill-informed conjecture. That's equal.
Either or.
Yeah.
Just get in touch.
Have you seen the Vine? It's like a mental thing.
Vine.
I'm like, is it a Vine? Is it a Vine? It's a fucking Vine, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Have you seen the Vine with the person who turns on aeroplane mode and their phone flies away from them?
No.
Oh, that's quite good.
I do like the sound of that already. Though Vines are a bit boring now, aren't they? Hey, they've been around for like 6 months. Fuck 'em.
No, I quite like them still. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but there's things that will make me laugh out loud. Of course there is, because some people do incredibly silly things in 7 seconds.
Yeah. It's amazing what you can achieve within that time limit.
I think, the 5-second film guys deserve
Yeah.
a lot of credit, because
Yeah.
that whole thing, they were delivering stories in 5 seconds that actually, like, most of the time they didn't make sense, but quite a lot of them did. It was quite impressive.
Are they still going?
I don't know, actually.
I've not seen anything recently. I've not been looking though, so
It's kind of, we're getting our little fix of seconds of entertainment from Vine, so there's no
Yeah.
place for it anymore.
It's like that YouTube haiku thing. They said the third one was coming for years, and it's still not turned up.
It wasn't years, was it? It came out last year.
No, it was like 2 years ago.
YouTube Haiku? No,
Yeah.
YouTube Haiku came out last year, didn't it?
2 years ago.
Really?
We can check.
I'm interested to know what makes it a haiku.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Effectively. It's like, I don't know, like all that rapid fire, well entertaining stuff, and then like quite a massive section of Austin Powers. And
That sucks. Yeah.
Wayne World, which I don't think the Wayne World thing's like that funny. Or
Which
that,
one?
I don't know. It's the thing about the gun rack, isn't it?
Yeah, it was edited weird, that as well.
Yeah.
We're still the funniest lines out.
Very strange.
She is a psycho hose beast.
Yes.
Yes.
This is true.
And she's in Twin Peaks.
She is in Twin Peaks.
Is she a psycho hose beast in that as well?
She's one of the least interesting characters in
Mm.
Twin Peaks, I would say. She
Yeah.
sings an awful song.
It's a great song.
It's awful.
Forever and ever.
So, has anyone got something they've liked this since our last edition?
I liked the Lego movie.
Did you?
I did.
The Lego movie.
The Lego movie.
There's a Lego movie.
A movie of Lego.
Cool.
It's not what you'd think it is. It's
A movie with Lego?
it is that, but it's more.
There's more.
I don't really want to say that blinded, but it kind of becomes a lot more than you'd expect. It's pretty awesome.
It's like cross-franchising the whole of the Lego universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like all these fingers in all these pies that they've got over the years, making special sets for things. And so, like, Batman is one of the main characters, is he not?
Yes.
That's not giving too much away, but I'm sure other people crop up. They've announced like Simpsons Lego recently.
Yeah. Through the,
Weird heads.
Well, they're already yellow.
Mm.
I've not seen what they look like yet, but that's pretty cool.
I think it came through the... it's this little site that's just for... It's called like Developer or something. It's not called that. Cuvier. We'll put it in the links. And it's people do little home projects of Lego sets. And every month people vote for them. I think last month's winner was a Ghostbusters set for the 25th anniversary.
I totally saw and want that.
Yes. Oh, so good. But have you seen the one that's gone up for this month? The Xavier Mansion from... That's reffing more like the original cartoon.
Wow.
It's huge.
Oh, I do not have the wallet or the space for all this Lego, but that doesn't make me want it any less.
This thing looks like it costs like 200-300 quid.
Yeah, Lego's pretty pricey, but it's fucking awesome.
It is. It's one of my favourite childhood toys.
I
still like it now.
Yeah?
Yeah, people want to play with the Lego, so yeah, I'm down with playing with the Lego.
Let's get the bricks out.
Let's have a go. I did, I had quite a torturous existence with Lego because of Amy, my sister. This is, she had the death touch for Lego.
How do you kill Lego?
Well, you smash it, but she never just went in and smashed it. She'd pick it up and it'd fall apart. And I know you're like, well, you should have constructed stuff better, but anyone else could pick it up and it'd be fine. But she just had just terrible. And I honestly don't think she was doing it deliberately.
She has Lego blight.
Yeah. It's crazy. She destroyed quite a few of my favourite creations over the years. Some of them probably were too flimsy, but you say be careful and you expect people to be careful. And they're not, because they're douchebags.
Well, she'll burn in hell.
Yeah, no, she won't, because it doesn't exist. But...
oh, that'll get you into hell.
Yeah, but, if I kind of think... we're getting sidetracked. Lego's awesome, yeah. It is an amazing, amazing toy. I still kind of... I wanted to apply for Lego properly.
To work for Lego?
Yeah, but it's in Reading, and it's do I really want to move to Reading? At some point, possibly, if... I don't know, the whim takes me.
What would you be doing for Lego?
I in all honesty, I think most likely I'd end up in some kind of people role.
As a minifig?
No, like an admin-y kind of person, but in like a people managery role in admin. If you know what I mean. That's the sort of thing I think I'd probably end up doing. I'd love to be a Lego creator. What I'd love to be is the person who walks how I'd set it up. I'd have people who play with Lego in front of a two-way mirror thing, and then you'd have guys walking along the two-way mirror looking at the creations and being like, so people just get to play effectively, but you'll go along and go, well, that's marketable.
I like that.
Move 3, and then a light comes on and they have to put their creation into a thing, but they can have a hold button. Go, I haven't quite finished. Can I carry on? And the person on the other side of the glass can come and watch them as they carry on. But if they want to at some point and go, no, I don't like this where this is going, we'll stop it. Go, no, just give it here. Well, like, this is very good. Just let them keep on going.
Right, you let them carry it through. You put little RFI chips in each bit of Lego.
So you can rewind to the point you wanted it at.
Exactly, and the design just goes straight to the computer.
Wow. Have you been to Legoland?
Stealing that.
Yeah.
Stealing that. No, I've never been to Legoland. How's that possible?
I've been to Legoland Windsor. My cousin David got married down there, so we decided that we would use it as an excuse to go to Legoland, which was epic. It's fucking amazing. My sister's been to Legoland in...
How interactive is it?
Denmark?
That is the original, I believe.
Yeah.
That must be pretty special.
I would hope so.
Well, how interactive is it?
Well, there are areas where you can go and build things.
You can just go and play with Lego.
Yeah, you can just go and play with Lego.
But presumably, that seems like, well, you could just go and play with Lego. But presumably they have a ridiculous, range of Lego available for you to play with.
I don't know. I didn't go and play with the Lego. There's a lot going on. There's rides, roller coasters and stuff. Lego themed. There's the best bit of the park is they've built bits of the world. Like I think they've got Europe, effectively. They've done like a little piece from every what they think is major European country. So they've got like Canary Wharf, which is taller than me, like all the skyscrapers down in London, and Big Ben and Westminster and loads of stuff there. They've got loads of like canals for Denmark. They've got the Eiffel Tower. They've got the White House. They've got a big like Cape Canaveral set. But inbuilt in that, there's like loads of little stuff. Like there is Darth Vader and a platoon of stormtroopers at Cape Canaveral. And I think now this year they actually built an Ewok village there to show off all the Star Wars stuff. So,
of course.
And they are huge builds, very intricately planned and made. It's fucking epic.
What about the rides and stuff? Just like a Lego roller coaster.
Is it made of Lego?
Is
Are
it
you
good roller
familiar
coaster?
with the traditional Lego dragons?
The traditional Lego dragons.
So,
Yes.
like the green ones with the kind of flimsy head. Like you'll ride in a carriage shaped like that, or through like sets that look like they're made of Lego. But at the end of the day, it's like a roller coaster or a log flume with a Lego gimmick. The Lego doesn't play a huge part.
Is the roller coaster good?
It's quite a child-friendly park, so it's tame. But that doesn't mean it's not enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, it can mean that it's not as enjoyable.
Well, in this case...
It's not a thrill ride, is it?
No, not really.
It's a sort of ambient wander through Lego madness.
With all
Lego.
the kids.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've got over that now because of Glastonbury.
Yeah, there is, that problem. There are a lot of kids there.
Yeah.
And they get in the way. And they make noises. And
they're sticky.
They're sticky, yeah. And if you're in a queue and you've got a small child in front of you who's like constantly whinging about how long it's taking to get on the ride, it makes you feel like it's a longer amount of time because you've had to sit there listening to a child that you just can't slap.
Sorry to segue slightly, but because of the mention of childs being sticky, I thought I would just mention that last night, while out in Liverpool drinking for a friend's birthday, our friend Eric, who hopefully we will get round for a show at some point, was saying how sticky the bar floor was that we were in, and asked me to put my foot where he said it was sticky, and I put my foot there and it wasn't sticky. So then he made me swap shoes with him. It was sticky. So I pointed out to him that I think it's probably the bottom of his shoe that is sticky, not the floor.
Eric's sticky shoes.
Yeah, and if you know Eric, that won't surprise you in the least.
Oh. So sorry about that, yeah. But
Eric's going to win a gold medal.
In what?
Skeleton bobsleigh.
Oh yeah, he wants to go skeleton bobsleighing. He's organised to go with his mate to give it a try.
Which leads into my like of the week is, as I spent all weekend ill, lying on the couch and doing nothing, I watched a lot of Winter Olympics. Today, I watched the bobsleigh, the first runs. That was good. Jamaica came last. But that's in keeping with, the traditional Jamaica bobsleigh story.
Underdog,
yeah,
right from the off. Yeah.
The commentators did actually explain the plot of Cool Runnings whilst the Jamaicans were going down, which was nice.
Right.
And the two Jamaican guys, it's two-man bob. I don't know if they've got a four-man bob team. That's next weekend. But
they will.
Two-man bob, they're both professional sprinters.
Yeah.
So that's keeping with the mythos.
Yeah, that's good.
And the driver is huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently it's like his fourth Winter Olympics.
Wait, he's just really tall. Presumably he's not like really
He's like
fat.
stacked.
Oh.
Like he's a big guy.
Like a 250-pound guy.
That probably helps.
A
lot of speed.
Stick him at the front.
I wonder if there's ever been two bobs in the two-man bob. Two guys called Bob.
Two men called Bob?
Yeah, in the two-man bob. It would make for a very entertaining piece of commentary.
And they bobbed up and down on the way along.
Not quite as funny as the Australian UFC fighter called My Anus. That was hilarious.
My anus is bleeding all over the floor.
My anus has got nothing left. Horrendous. But also hilarious.
But yeah, bobsleigh is pretty cool. I like that. In fact, all the winter sports I enjoy a lot more than like the standard Olympics, I'd say. I'm not too keen on a lot of like the speed skiing, but moguls is fucking awesome.
One of ours.
What are moguls?
Yeah.
No, is that one of ours? Moguls. Wait, is moguls a thing or a person?
Moguls is a skiing event.
Ah.
So it's like you start off and there's a slope and then there's a big jump, so you've got to do a big jump and impress everyone. But then you ski down a mogul field, which is
like a slalom kind of deal, but the mounds, is it?
Yeah, it's like skiing down bubble wrap or something. That's what it looks
and
like.
They have to bounce and do the weird... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weird shuffly ski thing down, and then there's another jump at the bottom, which they've got to do a cool thing and successfully land. That's pretty awesome. And the snowboarding was really good.
Skiing. Is that what they should call it?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Mogul.
It's a good word.
It is a good word.
But yeah, the skeleton, as Eric is doing, that's awesome. It looks terrifying.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure which one I'd rather do. There's the one foot first.
Yeah, luge his foot first.
And yeah,
Skeleton
I don't
Bob's
know.
head.
Yeah.
It must feel a bit like flying when you go face first.
Mm.
And must be quite good fun. Like, that view must be pretty intense.
I think the steering's quite different between the two. Because in the skeleton, you steer with your shoulders, like lean into it, and that's what turns you. Or like drag with your feet to try and turn. But with the luge, it must be quite different because you face the other way.
Have you seen much of the figure skating?
I haven't seen any of the figure skating, but I did see the short loop speed skating, which is good. And there was this awesome little thing about the first ever Australian Winter Olympic
First
gold.
ever Australian.
The first ever Australian. Yeah. No, first ever Australian Winter Olympic gold was in short round. It's in short circuit speed skating. The guy was at least like 20 seconds behind everyone else on the course. But literally, it's like a tiny little ring that you just got to skate around as fast as possible, loads of different times. Everyone else like bailed on the last corner, and he just skated across, won gold for his country.
Wow.
So that was good.
Nice.
Have we won anything yet?
We won a bronze in the snowboarding real early on. We won our first Winter Olympic gold ourselves in skeleton, women's skeleton.
Oh, awesome.
This year?
This year.
Amazing.
So
Good on her.
yeah, that's good.
I will have to try and post a link for this, but I don't know if you'd seen it, but the Big Lebowski figure skating thing, I think it's on 22 words, but yeah, I'll post the link. But it's like some, I don't know, Eastern European figure skater doing a sort of Big Lebowski homage, which is pretty ace.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did it do it to what condition my condition was in?
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
While holding a white Russian and wearing shades and in a dressing gown. It was...
Seriously?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. And you had to bail on the sunglasses at some point, 'cause I think it was just getting a bit too difficult. Still.
It's easy to understand.
It was, it's just cool.
I must say though, a lot of the figure skating does look pretty fucking awesome. They can do some pretty mean shit.
They can do some crazy shit.
Very Blades of Glory.
Very Blades of Glory.
Considering it's a film about figure skating, maybe that's not
Yeah.
so difficult to believe. But
Yeah.
I thought
But they
that the
got the
film was
tone
quite
perfectly.
ridiculous, but they actually do very similar stuff in
Yeah.
real life. So that's
They
cool.
don't do the sliding scissors.
Oh, they do.
They do. I actually did see Torval and Dean recreating their 1984 gold figure skating win, because they did that this week.
To Ravel's Bolero.
Yeah, and he does pick her up by the skates and swing her wildly around his head and then throw her up in the air. So, yeah, it looks fucking brutal. Like, they must be in seriously good shape and very skilled to be able to pull that off.
They've got to be in the 50s.
Yeah, what the fuck are you grabbing
easy.
skates for, man? Like, that's fucking... It just seems mental.
I think he's grabbing her ankles, but he's got
okay.
skates in his face.
Yeah, okay, no, but that seems more reasonable. I was imagining him grabbing hold of the skates. I think he's got gloves on or some shit. I don't remember them wearing gloves. Maybe they just made them look like skin. Sorry, that was the sort of thought process that I went through for a minute there. was very confused. Yeah, grabbing the ankles sounds better. Sounds more sensible.
But the thing that I have watched most of, I'd say, but probably because that's what we've had the most of at the moment, is curling. Curling is fucking ace.
Yeah. There's something weird about it.
Something weird about it?
Yeah. Why is it enjoyable to watch? I wouldn't watch bowls. That's not anywhere near as entertaining. I think it's because of the brush stuff as well.
It's a lot more entertaining now that I've watched so much of it that I actually know what's going on.
Mm.
And I know kind of how it works. You've got to like shuffle down the ice, and you can't throw the stone. You just kind of release it with your momentum as it tails off.
Mm.
And as you release it, you give it a little twist so that it curls down to the target at the end.
Mm.
The broom thing is the faster they sweep, the faster the stone will go. The slower the stone goes, the more it turns. So that's where you're trying to get the accuracy to turn it in at the end and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
So that's pretty cool. I'm still really don't understand how you score it. That is beyond me.
Isn't the same? I thought it was the same as bowling. It's like however close it is to that dot.
I thought it was as well. It's like there's a target. A puck.
Yeah. So when as close as it is to that, and if you've got two closer than the other one, then you get 2 points, don't you?
I thought that's how it worked,
Yeah.
but I've been confused by what's been going on. So
There is an... yeah, I can't remember now. It's been a little bit since I've watched any. I've not watched any of these Winter Olympics, to be fair. I've read some things, but...
I'm more interested in the idea that they've built a secret army base up there.
Up in Russia.
In Sochi. Which is why it cost like 3 times as much as they said it would. And it's suspiciously near some very, rebelsome members of Russia. Rebelsome?
Rebelsome members of Russia.
Where the hell?
Areas of the former Soviet Union that don't necessarily get on so well with Russia anymore.
Yeah. And what's the place where they're... in the Ukraine? Oh, it is the Ukraine. It's only a couple of 100 miles from the Ukraine. It's incredibly near to a lot of sort of like ex-Soviet states that are being a bit Europeanish. Not that I'm saying that Russia is building secret army bases to suppress countries.
You did specifically say before we started recording today that you weren't going to bag on Russia.
No. Oh. They have been getting... There's probably a lot of Russians who are kind of like bummed out about the rep they're getting at the Mo.
Probably.
Yeah, but they're probably also... They're probably less bothered by the rep and more bothered by the corrupt politicians and gangsters that are running their country.
There's a lot of that. But isn't there a lot of that everywhere? Ours are just...
Yeah, I would say not quite as overtly, perhaps. Varying degrees of varying things, but like especially the criminal element in Russia is incredibly out in the open, really.
Yeah.
My friend, who's from Afghanistan, lived there for a while. He said it was, it's like, like the local markets and stuff like that, like you pay gangsters for your stalls there, like, it's like that, and that's a general trading kind of deal and stuff.
That's how it is.
Yeah, and he lived, I think, I'm not sure where he lived actually. He was in a major city, but I can't remember now.
Minsk.
I think so.
I love that. Does Minsk even exist anymore?
I can't remember. Well, I probably could remember, but I can't take enough time to try right now. So, but yeah, like they actually said they were really nice though. Like
Yeah.
he said he got a well good deal, like because he paid to buy a stall to sell stuff over there off them, and he went and you sell it back to them. When you want to go or leave or whatever, and that's their arrangement. That's the sort of deal. And the guy said, "Look, mate, you want to wait a bit because it's going to be worth a load more in 6 months."
Oh, cool!
And helped him make a bit of money out of it, which is pretty cool for gangsters to do. But do you know what? That's the same thing as well, though. In Brazil, in the favelas, like the gangsters run inside the favelas, but they run it properly. Like they're not.
It's how city-states start. It's like how Italy became Italy. It was loads of like essentially gangster states. It's Jesus, like that's how Britain got together. Kings started off kind of like that.
But it does work for a given, like comparatively to normal society. Like normal society doesn't necessarily work. So those sort of micro societies, they work just about as well as Other ones do.
It's like paying taxes, sort of.
Yeah,
If they
like,
police
yeah,
the area.
okay, there's nefarious stuff goes on, but then they also punish people for hurting people within the favelas, like hurting their own people, because they don't want that. They want stability within the environment. Like, there was that. While we were there, we went on a tour of it, and we got told a story about how a couple of guys had robbed a bank within the favela, and the drug dealers caught the guys in the favela, and it turned out they were cops.
Right.
But the gangsters, the drug dealers, had handed over these criminals to the police, and it turned out they were cops that had tried to rob this favela. Like, mental, absolutely mental.
Enemy
but you
gangs.
know what I mean? So they're like, they will police within their own favelas. They don't want people committing crimes within there, because it, affects the environment in which they're living in. So it's proper crazy. But
Delicate equilibrium.
it's still not cool, because regardless of how I would paint them up as saying, okay, they keep the place where they live relatively nice and maintain law and order and all the rest of it, they also do some really, really dark shit to people, like in horrendous ways, and are often involved in people trafficking and all sorts. So, they're not nice people, but
Yeah.
neither are politicians.
Somewhat of a social conscience.
Yeah.
Just not necessarily in line with our own.
Sinkholes.
Sinkholes?
I'm quite liking sinkholes this week.
You like sinkholes? They kill people, right?
I don't like that, but they're everywhere at the moment.
Everywhere?
They're popping up, down.
Popping up?
Yeah. Like, all of a sudden, I mean, there's been sinkholes for years.
Isn't like California predominantly built on limestone?
Yeah, and Florida.
Yeah, which sucks for sinkholes.
Yeah, especially with the acidity level of our rain at the moment due to our emissions. So it's possibly accelerated the amount of sinkholes, but plus, there's places that aren't limestone bases that are starting to get them. Loads of them popping up in Kent the past week. Kent and its environs. Like, some chick came down to go to college, found her car was down a 50-foot hole in her driveway.
Wow.
Yeah. Popping up on Bowling Green, the side of a pub fell down. And I think, what with this flooding, Britain got this shit flooded out of it for the past 3 weeks. When all the water goes down, I think there's going to be loads of sinkholes turning up in the next couple of months.
Cool.
My prediction for the year.
This flooding, it's been quite good to live over here on the coast, because, Southport's going to sink before it floods.
Yeah, we're gaining land up here, aren't we?
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm on a slight, the upper half
the
of Britain's
dunes.
tilt as well.
I always think of Southport alongside that parable of the wise man who built his house on the rock, and the foolish man who built his house on the sand. And Southport's a town almost entirely constructed on the sand, as if it is a massive affront unto God. Like, fuck you! I built my house on the sand. It's still fucking here.
Well, but
Whereas
we
it's
will
London.
build very, very flat.
Yes.
This is the only way.
Whereas London is sinking, which sucks for London.
Certainly does. It sucks anywhere that people are sinking.
Maldives, which isn't technically sinking, but it's going to be underwater.
It's not sinking.
It's like those projection maps.
Yeah, it's a projection for
Water level
astral
rise
projection.
rather than the ground sinking.
Astral projection.
I'm not sure where that came from. Yeah, in a couple of... I think they think 10 years maybe, the Maldives would be like, time to evacuate. Kind of sucks for them.
Sucks for them.
Actually, yeah, that sucks. What's awesome about the world? I like the fact that some nations are about to get sunk. Fuck the Maldives.
Yeah, so this week I've liked Amsterdam. This is unsurprising, really, I suppose. We went for a friend's stag do. Oh, that was messy. That was basically the messiest time I've ever been to Amsterdam. But that's normally because, I smoke weed, man. I'll be honest with you. And when I go to Amsterdam...
You're a disgrace.
I know. When I go to Amsterdam, I smoke a lot of weed. It's usually a sort of a weed holiday, effectively, I suppose. It's more than that, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's like, smoke a lot of weed, because they've got nice weed available. But this time it wasn't. It was... Well, I smoked quite a bit of weed still.
You realise this is admissible.
Really? Really? Because I'll just stop.
Actually, is it? I don't know.
We can make
It's
it...
not illegal to talk about having smoked weed. It's illegal to be in possession of weed.
Cool. Sound. Illegal. Cut. So... Yeah, we did smoke a lot of weed. And we also drank a lot of alcohol. And we also... No, I didn't have any waffles this time, actually.
Did you have a smoothie?
No, I didn't have a smoothie this time. I did go to Hill Street Blues, though. That was nice, actually. We went in there on the Thursday in the afternoon while people were still sort of getting food and wandering. We went and just chilled in the coffee shop for an hour, which was nice. But we... Oh, shit. The mission was to just get the... Sorry. The mission was just to get the stag shit-faced. I was... Because that's what he... Yeah, come on. That's the point, isn't it? That's the point of a stag do, isn't it?
Yes.
Mess them the fuck up. Sorry.
It depends on the stag do, for example. My stag do.
We'll be messing you up, man.
Well, I'm going go-karting and playing Quasar.
But you gotta get messed up first.
No, you can't get messed up for the go-karting. We'll get... But, no, you can't get messed up for the go-karting. You can have a drink. You'll have to have a shot or something before you go and do it.
I don't have to. It's my fucking party. I do what I want.
Yeah, but, you know...
Afraid you can't. Not completely.
It gets worse the more you resist. That's all I would say. I think this is like... No, there's got to be a certain amount of embracing on your part, but, you know, we'll work on that and we'll improve that. But regardless of that, you know, we played a game while we were there with the stag, which was basically all the rest of us, the stag party, we all got given different names, and he had to call us by the different names. And if he called us by our real names, you got a point, and a point meant either he had to have a shot or down his drink. I think we changed these rules as we went along, and
as it started to become alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. 2 fingers. You can have 2 fingers if you drink now. But yeah, suffice to say, he did really badly.
And I assume he only got worse as time progressed.
He was much better on... Well, actually... Well, effectively, basically, on the first day we got him shit-faced. We got him shit. No, he's not dead. We got him shit-faced on the first day, and it was bad. Yeah, in one bar he was on 9 points. He had about 8. He drank 8 shots in there to make up for some of these points, and we walked out on 12 or 13. So he fucking made more than he drank in that bar. Shit-faced, great. Anyway, at that night, the first night, when we woke up the next morning, he had 24 points. So we said we'd wipe the lot if, in the space of, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes or something, if he drank an entire bottle of red wine. And after he'd done that, well, for one, he was very drunk. But also, he hates red wine. So he didn't make as many mistakes again after that. He really...
conditioned him.
Yeah, and I think he got another, maybe 8 points in total after that, across the rest of the next day as well.
I've got a friend called Kev I went to uni with, and he tried to, over 1 week, substitute all the calories in his diet with red wine, because he couldn't both eat and drink. But he lasted a day when he drank 6 bottles of red wine. And it's the only time I've ever seen someone, he was like seconds away from vomiting, and he was crawling to a sink to try and get there in time, and he fell asleep on the way.
Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And he didn't puke?
No, he didn't puke.
Just
he was like crawling over a pile of boxes, and then he just dropped. We could hear him snoring. We knew it was alright.
But yeah, no, Amsterdam was awesome. It was very, very, very funny.
I've been for once. It was classy.
It's a great place. I think it's... I said this the other night. It's also interesting because we were chatting about Terry Pratchett before, but it kind of... I find it a bit reminiscent of Ankh-Morpork.
How so?
Oh, well, reminiscent. I've never been to Ankh-Morpork, but part of the imagination of how I imagine Ankh-Morpork to be. Like the closeness and tallness of the houses and all of that, minus the canals.
Yeah. The foul smell. Not that of Ankh-Morpork, not from Amsterdam.
And there's just a sort of, like, especially because of the things like the red light district, it's like there's this kind of like, I don't know, it's like comical seediness in a way or something. It's not like scary seediness, it's like, I don't know, yeah, like comical in a way. It's like the fact that there's some window girls that are, it's not actually a church anymore, but they're facing what used to be a church. But there's something in that as well that I think is kind of funny. Prostitutes staring at a church. It's like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That sounded sarcastic.
It wasn't intended to be.
It's more of a sort of situational thing.
I don't think so.
I don't even know what I mean.
I
Surely
believe it's an ecumenical matter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, though? There's something, like, I don't know, humorous or weird or whatever about the idea of prostitutes staring at a church. Like, they've had that sort of...
Yeah, it's a certain juxtaposition of cultures.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. There we
it's
go,
the
that was
glaring similarities. Stroke my imaginary beard.
Yeah, because you're the only person in the room who has to have an imaginary beard.
Oh, yes.
I like beards.
I'm looking at two very fine beards. Not fine, as in like angel hair. Like two fine beards.
Mine's not back to its former glory yet, but...
You're going to take it mountain mud.
And keep my mohawk as well. I like the Zangief look.
It's a good look.
I can't carry off the tight red pants, but yeah, hair and beard combo.
Yeah, you should try that out one night out in town.
Is your chest as geometrically hairy?
It's pretty good. My back's a bit unsymmetrical, but actually, yeah, the front's actually pretty Zangiefy.
The Zangief triangle.
Yeah, is it like
no?
a
But
shot?
I could totally. I've got the hair to work with to get it like that.
Okay.
I think I'd need to, like, bulk up a little bit. I'm a bit sort of, too bitch titty for that. I'm not, like, really fat, but, you know what I mean? I still think, Zangief's a fucking monster, you know what I mean? He's a proper grog. I'm not there.
I keep thinking he wears red dungarees. Is it more like a red leotard or something?
No, he used to wear red hot pants.
Yeah, red hot pants.
Red hot pants.
Yeah, just red. He was comfortable. You know what I mean? He didn't care.
But quite large. Large boots.
And it was Russian.
Quite large pants. He was a large man.
He is.
He's Russian.
He
The
is
greatest living Russian.
Yeah.
And he didn't care what anybody thought about him.
No. Zangief is a bad guy?
No fucking way. Well, of course I wouldn't say fucking that film. It was a 12.
That's a good film, though.
It
Street
is.
Fighter film.
Yeah,
It is. It's a brilliant film. Oh, do you know what else is brilliant? And people can find this is I can't remember. Shit, what's it called? The Chun-Li. Is it just called like Chun-Li Attacks or something? The videos on YouTube.
Yeah, have you seen the one where she
kicks people
attacks Taylor Swift at the Grammys?
Yes, I think I
Oh
have,
my
actually.
god.
And isn't there one for Blanca? Is it?
Oh no, wait, that's Raya who attacks Taylor Swift. Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, Ace.
Blanca attacks a fair few people as well.
Yeah.
There's got to be some Zangief ones out there.
And surely some Dawson ones. Dawson, is that?
Yeah.
I was never like a massive Street Fighter game fan. Always Tekken.
A lot of time for Tekken. I think maybe I do prefer Tekken as well. It's more tactical.
I think there's more timing in Tekken, and it's just a good game.
What time are we on?
We're on 39, so this could be rapid fire moment. Should we? Do you need any more Zangief? Eefy?
Zangief is a lovely man.
And a great band. They were.
They were a great band.
Yeah. So rapid fire thing you like?
I like Ellen Page. She's put a nice speech this week. Stick a link up.
It's good for the lesbians, sucks for the straight guys.
A thing you like?
I like the big test that they're going to start doing at Fermilab, firing neutrinos under the desert.
Cool.
It's pretty rad.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you had me at firing neutrinos.
Under the desert. Yeah, that sounds, Bond villain enough for it to just be cool, regardless of what it's going to be used for.
Like the guy who invented the heat drill.
Mm.
Flame drill.
I like
Big butts.
and I cannot lie. You wouldn't get that.
You like to party on a Saturday night?
I like Chinese.
Oh.
Oh. Ni hama, saijian.
Yeah.
I like. I like the Hoax Hostel. It's much better than the Hansbrinker. Unfortunately, one's in Liverpool.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's it for another week on Things We Like. If you'd like to get in touch with us, please do. thingswelike@hotmail.com. Follow the handy links and you can get us on YouTube and iTunes and all that jazz, and click subscribe and like and write nice reviews all about us.
Next time we'll be talking like this.
For the whole episode.
For the whole... We won't.
That would be a nice idea.
Be really fucking irritating. See you later, guys.
Don't commit any crimes.
Bye.
Ooh, unless you have to. No, don't.